just don't want that.
No, but there was also another problem, which I left out. So she lived under a tenant that kept, he was
like tap dancing and
no, he was weird. Well, I hate saying weird. That's the wrong word.
He had his quirks.
He had his quirks, and he was a germaphobe, which is fine. But like sometimes he'll be in the hallway, and like all his groceries will be like out on the floor, and he'll be like putting stuff in like one by one. And what he would do on purpose, he would flood his apartment, and it would, I don't know why, he would flood his apartment, and it would go down into her apartment.
It's a bit further than a quirk. That sounds like some criminal activity.
And then he would also like throw stuff out, like garbage out the window. So to be honest with you, he actually ended up moving out. He was a liability.
Okay, because that's another thing that people would have to realize is like, you're going to have to deal with these people. You're just going to kick them out?
It got worse too with him. So he actually ended up working for the landlord. So we were confused because we're like, how do you have him working for you, cleaning the place, when he's the one creating most of the garbage? But
the irony.
Yeah, but he was using him in his housing case, so he was testifying against us.
Bro.
Yes.
No way.
So his cousin, I think, was in that building before it was rehabbed, before all the tenants who are there now moved in. So they knew how the building looked like. So he was using that as leverage on his lawsuit. So he was like, I need you to testify that the building looked this way back then before all these people moved in.
And what did he stand to gain from it?
To say that the building had a huge improvement so he can destabilize the building.
What did the tenant have to gain from it?
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Oh, he was going to be fine and not touched. Everyone was going to be evicted and he was going to be fine.
Oh, okay. So he pulled a Fredo Corleone. He just turned on the family. That's wild.
So then,
that is a wild turn.
I would have so much conversations with this guy. Like, it was just like, I had to explain to him, like, because he was like, so our landlord wanted him into our tenant meetings. He couldn't be in our tenant meeting. I was like, you can't be in our tenant meeting because you work for the landlord. And a lot of people didn't know. I mean, if they see this podcast, they would know that he was on the lawsuit. Like, I left that out talking to some of the tenants because, I feel like, I don't think he would be harassed, but I feel like a lot of people would have been pissed off.
So he was on both sides of the lawsuit.
Yes. So
this guy's got issues.
I know. So then I had to explain to him, like, no matter who won, he still would win. Because if we own the building, he's still here. We're not kicking him out. Mm-hmm. If the landlord wins, he still got a good deal. So he was like, no, I need to be part of the meeting. I was like, you do not need to be part of the meetings. And I was like, whether you're a part of the meetings or not, you still gain if we win. Yes, it was a very uncomfortable situation, but
yeah. Unfortunately, you guys don't have to deal with that anymore.
No. He moved